It's Coping MAGA time! The most requested segment of all! Ow, ooh, ow, ooh, pain, pain, stretch, ow, pain, pain, ow, 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 ow. I hit the stretch too hard. Oh, ow, that's pain. That pain different. That's different pain. Ow. Okay. Let's see what Coping MAGA got for us today. When all your friends and family call you crazy and then find out you were right all along, you'll have the last laugh, I guarantee you. My children in their 30s are worried about me. I tried to inform them for weeks. My oldest said yesterday to please come out of the rabbit hole. No EBS will happen. As Biden is president, the military is not in control. This needs to be revealed soon so I can save myself. What is EBS? Oh, the emergency broadband system. Oh my God. It's so tragic. There's an entire subreddit called RQAnon Casualties that's packed full of stories like that. I wish the US had regulations that could just jail people for spreading conspiracy theories. Yeah, sadly. Wow. That's fucking sad. That's fucking sad. This needs to be revealed soon so I can save myself. Welcome to the drowning pool, boy. Ben Short People. Short People. Good news, Patriots. Biden just announced that you're no longer required to wear masks in public spaces. For more information, Google Biden Rule 34. That's cute. I like that. I'm fucking with that one. I can't wait for people to. Oh my God. I'm not sure if anyone else noticed, but I have not seen a single fact check since the inauguration. I wonder why. If liberal college professors don't discriminate against conservatives, then why do conservative students get lower grades? Is this real? Definitely not. The face isn't small enough. Yeah, yo, I need to make that my fucking Twitter profile picture. Yo, yo, wow. Wow, I couldn't have called it better, bro. Same energy. The party of personal responsibility. I wonder why there hasn't been a single fact check. Maybe because the people that were spreading all the lies that needed to be fact checked immediately got clamped down on, and therefore the misinformation, as we found out through studies, has dropped significantly. And if it's that significant that it was able to drop so serenely, maybe you need to take a moment to think to yourself. Take a moment to think to yourself, sonny boy. Now, why did that happen? Why did that happen? I wonder. Because you're a fucking idiot. Like, that's it. That's the entire answer. Facebook has ruined an entire generation. Antifa has just taken responsibility for storming Capitol Hill. You can't see the photo. You literally see the Trump. Oh, I dominate. You could claim that Trump needs you to mail your poop in a Ziploc bag to some people, to some address, and these same people would do it. Well, I'm convinced. Still, screenshot showing up on my feed is absolutely all I need to reaffirm my biases and facts. They only misspell two words. Wait, they misspell two words? I didn't even take responsibility for storming Capitol Hill. Christ, that is shit Photoshop. Like, Christ. Copium overdose. Do I have a copium fucking thing here? I mean, I got DSAs. I got mics. We'll use mics for now. It's the copium hour. It's the copium hour. Oh, shit. Okay, this one's packed. Let's see if we can unpack this one. Riddle me this. Okay, dramatic reading. Sorry, I forgot. I promised dramatic readings. Riddle me this. Why are there 65,000 troops in Washington? There was only 30,000 the other day. Also, there are ships lining the California shoreline all up and down it, miles and miles. We have Chinese troops in Mexico and Canada, according to reports. Yet, Biden had almost no troops protecting him in Delaware during his speech, according to the video I saw from there. I was right about all the new flights into Washington. I have to say there's more going on here. Why is Biden's mask mandate only in effect on federal properties? That is very strange. He said it would be USA wide, but now it's only federal properties. Could this strange theory really be true? Washington is now fenced off from the rest of America. No one attacked it. Even they said there was zero threat from Trump supporters. Right now, we have crickets other than people saying everyone was wrong about Trump. I would say this is not something to gloat about, considering what is the result if true. We have the Q claiming March. Personally, I never listened to Q through some of you, though some of you thought I did. Fuck. I never listened to them over the last 4 years, except in the first couple of months it came out back in 2016. But there is something going on. A power struggle, even if it looks like it's all over. Something is not right here. Two fences and 65,000 troops clearly is not to stop Trump supporters. Trump put them there, not Biden. I'm thinking we'll know in the next 7 days more because I have a strange feeling about all of this. To be honest, I should have just went with that. That should have been my response to the moment. Shut the fuck up. I'm not reading all that. Cool story, bro. I gotta do it for y'all. Can't Biden only enforce mask mandates on federal property? Doesn't it have to be governors who issue mask mandates for states? Correct. Ships near some of the country's busiest ports? The horror. 14K though. Yeah, let's talk about that. 14K likes though. That's terrible. You literally are dousing in the copium right now. Like it's over. So here we go. I knew this was coming because I had already in the back of my head said out loud that at some time or another this guy's gonna come up on this page and I'm gonna have to go with my full force to like really drive home the point about how terrible this guy is. If you don't know who Terrence K. Williams is, he is the master grifter. He is the literal Joe Biden got inaugurated? That's not my president type of guy. So you're an alleged domestic terrorist and a confirmed grifter. I will be taking screenshots of people calling me a domestic terrorist. You will be sued for defamation, so please save your stimulus check for court fees. Alleged. Let me say this. We might have to take this country back the old-fashioned way. Does he not understand that, like, black people are not... Even if you sided with them, they're just going to enslave you in the next 3 seconds. But you see, he's wearing a MAGA hat, so he'll be treated differently. Don't you remember the black people who wore Klan masks and got treated with dignity and given rights? Which did not happen. Oh my God, you are a literal, from the Foster House to the White House. Before the election, I talked to family, old friends, people at barbershops, restaurants. I went to several communities where people normally vote Democrat. Do I react to YouTube videos? I do, but we're not in the reaction segment. You can always link it in the chat depending on what it is, and I'll check it out. Before the election, I talked to before the election, I talked to family, old friends, people at barbershops, restaurants, and where people normally vote Democrat, and 98% of the people said they were not voting at all. So how did Joe Biden get their vote if they never voted? I'll leave this right here. Wow. So before I talk to, so how did Joe Biden get their vote if they never voted? They didn't vote. Like conservatives are so fucking stupid. Like they didn't vote. That's how they didn't. Like, is he fucking dumb? I can't think of anyone I talked to that didn't plan to vote. I guess you don't have that much to talk about today. You could always repeat the what comes to your mind when you hear insert any literal politician stick. Yeah, he's got to be lying. Anecdotal evidence isn't. How did you get a percentage? Anecdotal evidence isn't a substitute for more rigorous analysis. It sounds weird, but it's possible that your sample doesn't represent the reality on a macro level. Now you're getting high on your own product, grifting your own self. That's how it starts. Next thing, you're placing an RV loaded with C4 in a city square screaming, it's all a hoax. Yet 98% of the people in the comments disagree with you. The barbershop you go to, Supercuts, yo, facts. You talk to like 13 people. I will be taking screenshots of people calling me a domestic terrorist. We just saw that one. A lot of liberals say they didn't vote in this past election because they thought Joe Biden was racist and lazy. So who voted for him? Everyone else. The best is yet to come. Yikes. Damn, little fellow. All this time you're mad disappointed because you couldn't hold the line pledging to black fraternity, so you decided to pledge Q. So finally, you are acknowledging Joe and Kamala's wonderful agenda to reboot the USA. Yes, let's go. The best is happening at the moment. Get in, losers. We're going in to kill God. Let's go. Joe Biden's plans for America and the American people. I will gift somebody in this chat a sub if I click this tweet and somebody points out that book that Donald Trump had with all his healthcare plans and the shit was blank. Nobody did it. Nobody did it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, yeah, somebody referenced it, but I need to see the picture. Yeah, people referenced it. I'm still waiting on Trump's healthcare plan. Copium overdose. Copium overdose. Copium overdose. Can't fucking believe it, yo. Oh my God. Like, it's you really down bad, bro. Impeach Biden. We did not vote for this man, but we did.
Oh, y'all thought Trump conceded. He did not concede. Do not let this transition fool you.
He said the same thing before. Don't let the election fool you. It is not over. It is not over.
President Trump did not concede. But it's funny that y'all thought he conceded. It's funny that y'all think Joe Biden is really going to be president. This is all part of the plan. Don't let this transition fool you. He will not be the president. Y'all so silly.
He cried very suddenly after making that video. I want to make that clear. He welled up into tears after realizing the grift is gone. The grift is gone. The grift is gone. The plan is to make Kamala Harris the president and Nancy Pelosi the vice president. That's not even how the chain of command work. When did that happen? When did that happen? Donald Trump is my president for life. Yo, you need to go to where they have kings, bro. I will always support and stand with him. Stop saying Joe Biden is... Okay, we're going to look at this.
Seriously, y'all got to be stupid. If one more person say Joe Biden is fighting for racial equality, are you serious? No, I'm asking a question here. Are you serious? This man, racial equality, first of all, let me tell you what racial equality is, okay? We had a black president. That's what you call racial equality. He's
No, it's not.
fighting for racial equality. Come on now. This ain't the 1960s. We not living in the 1800s. Ain't none of y'all picking cotton right now.
I hate that argument. I hate that argument. I hate that argument. I know he's doing it in a bad faith, but people say that like as a legitimate thing. We're not out there picking cotton anymore. We're black liberated. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm not even going to divulge into how that argument is weak because if you don't get that point, all right, you know what? Maybe I will a little. Just because we're not on the slave fields picking cotton anymore doesn't mean that there isn't racial injustice given towards us in both economic and social and economic status. Sorry. The fact of the matter is that those problems were never addressed. Just because you freed the slaves doesn't mean you made them equal. They still had to start from a lower ground floor than you did, and you still hold them down to this day. Like, come on. Come on. You know that for a fact. The fact that you have to even begin to grift to gain any type of momentum in the political world, i.e., or the social media world, should show you that black people have to pander to a crowd. I wonder what that crowd is. Oh, yeah, white evangelical people. So, therefore, you know, it's funny how Candace Owens says, the Democrats are bringing back the second plantation, but yet you're bringing up the idea that we're not even on a plantation anymore. See, grifters aren't even on the same page with each other. That's how you know they're full of shit.
You can go in a restaurant right now and sit next to a white person.
All right, that's not a great argument against, like, that's you can, but can you imagine, like, black people turning up at a country club? Don't work, right? Mental imagery sticks in. There's, like, you're not, it's so easy to pick that apart.
You can go to work right now and work with the white person.
That's not.
Your desk can be right by theirs. Black people out here making more money than white people.
That's also not true.
In a lot of jobs.
Name one.
Look,
not even name one, because that's a dumbass thing for me to say. That's just a matter of economics. Like, black people are gonna get high paying jobs. Like, that's like saying, yo, a Terry Crews makes more money than the white guy that work at Dunkin' Donuts. Like, okay, and
look at Oprah.
You used the Oprah argument. All right, so Rachel Ray is who?
That's
Ellen DeGeneres is who?
Racial equality right there.
No, stop using anecdotal evidence to prove your point.
Nothing. He can't fix racial equality because there ain't nothing to fix. Y'all got to be stupid.
MAGAs love the blacks.
This man, he is pandering. He chose Kamala for the black vote. He did that so that he could try to prove that he's not racist because we all caught him in the act.
We didn't catch him in any act. I know he's talking about the fucking crime bill or whatever. But I will agree with you on one point. I think Kamala Harris, he didn't even say her name right, did he?
He did that. He is pandering. He chose Kamala.
Kamala. Her name is Kamala, not Kamala.
Vote. He did that so that he could try to prove that he's not racist because we all caught him in the... We all know that. Kamala ain't nothing but a puppet, a black puppet for Joe Biden.
Wrong again. And if that was the case, I would have picked somebody who didn't have a history of like jailing up other black people for criminal offenses and not advocating against them, especially when it comes to marijuana. Like you can't even grift when you have a good point.
And if he want to fix racial issues, why didn't he fix it when he was the VP? And we had when we had a black president? Why come him and the corrupt, no good, downright dirty Barack Obama, why come they didn't fix it?
That's a great point. You could have just led with that and not said anything about that dumb shit you just said in the last 2 minutes, and I would have agreed with you. But that's a long and that's the last segment that we're actually going to do. But yeah, that's a long-standing argument of stupidity that you're leaning towards there. Keep going though.
If there was an issue this whole time, exactly. Y'all better wake up.
I didn't even peek this tweet. We're skipping this one because that's dumb. What politician had an affair with a married man and slept her way to the top and claims to be black one day in India the next day? Uh, low key, low. Oh shit! Yeah, this one. That's why this man been on point. Actually, I'm gonna follow him. Hit that follow. So now we're doing the women slept to the top thing, completely ignoring the Trump family. Okay. Um, this one just pissed me off looking at it. Joe Biden had black people at his inauguration doing racial poetry, and it was the most pathetic thing ever. Pandering and using black people as puppets. By giving them the national stage to point out that there is racial injustice and that we must wake up from this and be better human beings. Hit you with the Caleb City real quick. That's not my address. That's not my address. Thank you. Could not say that because I am white. I hope you get ratioed. Scott, before his friend gave permission to be racist. Oh my god. Well, you're black, but you must know what you must know what you're talking about. I think you're loony, but that's just me. Kind of like Trump did with Kanye and Lil Wayne, but we're not going to talk about that. Trump said that MAGA loves the blacks. Let that sink in. Says the token black guy. Literally what Trump used you for and what Trump is still using you for. Oh, I thought you said you didn't watch the inauguration. Trump caught another lie. See, this is where that I hate to coin Joe Biden here. I know he was talking out of term, but you ain't black. You ain't black, Chief. The Democrats don't want President Trump to have any Secret Service. Yo, this MAGA coping is so hard, bro. President Donald Trump would never allow this. Literally, Trump like ordered them to be there. Why are they still trying to impeach Donald? Yo, he is copium overdose, man. This man is sticking to it with his guns. I love that shit. I love the idea that at least if you know you're in the wrong, just keep walking into the red, bro. Just keep going as far as you can. That shit is hilarious.
It's not over till the fat. So I've always kind of wanted to know where the phrase "it's not over till the fat lady sings" came from. So I did a little bit of research. Turns out it's a colloquialism or a proverb, which means don't presume to know what happens until it happens. Well, today Joe Biden was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States of America. For this Constitution. In 1776, the Declaration of Independence was created and signed. In 1788, the Constitution was ratified. In 1789, the Bill of Rights was created as well, which is the first 10 or so articles in the Constitution. Now, in this original document, the power was given to we the people. Somewhere along the line, the power was sold from we the people to the feds, the federal government. Well, President Trump signed the Insurrection Act. That gives us, we the people, the power again. So, what does that mean? It means that in March, President Trump is going to be the 19th president under the original Constitution.
How the fuck did you get there? The only person who declared the Insurrection Act with the cops and the feds is Biden, who is the president. Also, the 10th Amendment establishes the power of the federal government. She's not making any sense. Also, when was the power sold from we the people to the feds? What was the year? Why was Ulysses Grant the last legitimate president? Yo, have you guys been hearing about this weird-ass conspiracy theory? Like, but he lost the popular vote twice. She had to do research and figure out what it's over to the fat lady sings means. Isn't it self-explanatory? That was incoherent, but why also March? Hey, there's more to it. We're not going to look at that, obviously. The sheer irony of the song in the background is being "This land is your land." This machine kills fascists. Big facts. Someone learned the word colloquialism. Look, you're delusional. Like, you literally have sucked the copium supply dry. Your shit running on empty, and this is what happens when you get that withdrawal. You start just saying, spiraling, seeing shit in your head. No way. Come on. He's going to be so excited next time a severe thunderstorm rolls in. When will my phone validate my delusions? You have the whatabouts. I didn't say Trump supporters weren't arrested. I said Antifa members dressed as Trump supporters were arrested. It's been proven Antifa planned the attack. Baseball bats were already inside the Capitol, passed out of the window. Research it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, this is how it ends? Oh, this is how it ends?
I love that shit. Yeah, and then PragerU fucking being weird. The only morally significant question is not who had slavery, it's who abolished slavery. And the answer is Western civilization with Judeo Christian values abolished slavery. But this you? Lee led U.S. Marines to crush the attempted slave rebellion by radical abolitionist John Brown. Wow. Again, we had this conversation earlier. I'm pretty sure it was biblical scripture that says slavery is cool. So I don't know how you're using the idea of biblical scripture to say slavery was ended by said biblical scripture. Horrid. Imagine what happens when they come for your guns. Gulag. Like it's written with the words gulag. Bro literally posted Kermit Gulag. So what are you in for not wearing a mask and protecting liberty-minded and posting liberty-minded memes? This shot is from a Muppet movie. Yep, that's literally Kermit. Oh shit, I didn't even peep that. Literally, they posted the Muppets are the Muppets are part of the radical left now. We can't trust them or Sesame Street. Why are you still watching Sesame Street, bro? Oh my God. Here's some career highlights of 3 prominent grifters. Okay, we'll end the beautiful Coping MAGA segment on this. Here we go. Ben Shapiro allegedly inspired a mass shooter and has an interesting take on Arabs. Yep. Israelis like to build, Arabs like to bomb crap and live in open sewage. This is not a difficult issue. Wow. Tucker Carlson has called white nationalism a conspiracy theory despite saying the Democrats want a demographic replacement. White nationalists also seem to be a big fan of him. Ex-white nationalist says Tucker Carlson hits far-right messaging better than they have. Candace Owens has this interesting clip on her record along with
that
her
we
saying,
need to hear.
If Hitler wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine.
These are the stories that we need to hear about. These are the stories that we need to tell. We can't rely on the mainstream media to tell them because they want to bury them. Why? Because they want to import criminals. Why? Because they want a new class of victim voters. Because Black Americans, our population growth has stagnated thanks to that progressive policy of abortion, right? Progressive policies, regressive results, exactly. So now they're looking at a new class of victims that they can import from the southern border and turn into voting mules for them, and that's what it's about. They don't care about illegals. They don't care about Black Americans. They don't care about white Americans. They don't care about America at all. What they are after is power, and we cannot let them have it.
That's such a weird, bad take. Like, that is such a. Okay. All right. Coping MAGA time. I promised it. I said I was going to end the segment on this. So I just want to see. This is all. I just want to see how the fuck you got there. Let's do this step by step.
These are the stories that we need to hear about. These are the stories that we need to tell. We can't rely on the mainstream media to tell them because they want to bury them. Why? Because they want to import criminals. Why?
Import criminals. Why is it that everybody who immigrates to this country is a criminal? Like, were we criminals when they brought us on the boat? Are the people who immigrate from Europe criminals? Oh, you're specifically talking about those at the southern border. I wonder why. That could be a possible racist dog whistle. But God forbid me for calling that shit out.
Because they want a new class of victim voters.
A new class of victim voters. Wouldn't it just be easier to just keep the base that they have and grow it?
Because black Americans, our population growth has stagnated thanks to that progressive policy of abortion.
That's not true. That is a straight lie. Like, you look that shit up yourself. I'm not even gonna have I don't have the patience to walk you through this. Like, look, I'm a content creator. You're just gonna have to figure some shit out for yourself. And I would suck if I spoon fed you the dumbassery to explain that one. But actually, you know what? Ironically, super ironically, that's the argument that white people use about white genocide. That's the same argument. So everybody's populations are declining due to abortions? So black genocide's a thing, white genocide's a thing, and they're importing illegals to have a new voting bloc to which they would then push on the beautiful progressive idea of genocide to them. So are we just killing everybody off? That means there's nobody to make profit. Didn't you just have a kid?
Right? Progressive policy. So now they're looking at a new class of victims that they can import from the southern border.
Notice it's just the southern border, because people that come from Europe and Canada would definitely vote Republican. People that come from Australia would definitely vote Republican. People that come from China and Japan would definitely come from Asia. The whole continent. People that come from Asia would definitely vote Republican. It's just about the southern border.
And turn into voting mules for them, and that's what it's about.
Notice the dog whistle at the end. Voting mules. She's alluding to drug mules. Like, this is why I say to people, like, this shit isn't hard to pick up on, but you have to be constantly and consistently aware of these little words and phrases that they'll throw in with their mixed message, so that way when you try to attack the message, they can say, I didn't mean that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm clearly right on these cases. Candace called the NAACP a hate group. An NAACP lawyer represented Candace when she sued her high school for racial harassment. We didn't forget Charlie Kirk. I just hate small face. I get that anyone can be susceptible to cult indoctrination, but GOP PLC does not compute. I can't get my head around it. Candace's first attempt at prominence is when she launched a website to consolidate information on online harassers and cyberbullies, when literally everyone pointed out that a one-stop doc site was the worst idea anyone ever had. She decided to reinvent the whole thing as the left targeting her with the outrage machine, which gave her an excuse to reinvent herself as a conservative spokeswoman. Turns out pretty black woman who agrees with me is an even better way to get views than pretty blonde woman who have views. That's correct. I had a whole segment planned for Candace Owens, and eventually I'm just gonna have to do that here, because that shit is horrid. Copium, man. I love me some copium in the morning. That shit, I'm hooked on that shit. Love me some copium in the morning. Oh, I said I was gonna end the Kobe MAGA segment, and it just keeps going, baby. This shit is hilarious. This shit has me crying. I wish you could understand. Like, I'm trying to be calm and composed because I know y'all fuck with this segment, but like at the same time, I'm like, yo, this shit is embarrassing. This shit is a joke, a fucking joke. Joe Biden has a strange obsession with children. Joe Biden will drive the economy into a crippling depression with a demon face drawn on a whiteboard. There's only two genders. Biden, biggest idiot Democrat ever nominated. That's cute. You pulled that one off. You pulled that one off. What does the genders thing even have to do with Biden? It's like a South Park skit where they all start shouting in their totally unrelated motives. Yeah, we shouldn't have to pay taxes. Yeah, and science is fake. And yeah, I hate cereal. Yeah, sure, whatever. What that class looked like, for sure. For sure. Holy shit. Yeah, and then Dave Rubin.
What level of sickness are we willing to live with, so to speak, to move ahead and open the country? Because I don't know how much longer we can do this.
David, that sounds ridiculous. Come on. You've got a
Well, we
worldwide
have to figure out what
pandemic.
that
No
level
one
is.
caused this. But at whose risk? Yours or mine? It's okay if you die, right?
That shit was hilarious. Yo. Yo, that shit was, huh? Huh? All right, that's it for the coping mag, unless he's got anything new. Because I could spend hours going through all of these. Oh my God, they're really, really pushing this narrative here. Donald Trump will be inaugurated on March 4th, 2021. He will be your president. Okay. All right. We're supposed to do this. We still have so much to talk about. I want to leave the minimum wage conversation for a little bit later. I want to leave the entire minimum wage. We'll do that on the next stream. Also with Clapper Takes, it's pretty much conservative TikTok. The last thing I want to do then is I just want to see this video, and we'll end our Coping MAGA segment and the stream on this.
Trump to lose your vote? Nothing. There's nothing he could do to lose my vote.
What if he stood in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shot somebody? Would you still vote for him?
Absolutely.
What if he got a tattoo on his forehead that said, "Sit here, ladies"?
Absolutely.
What if he turned out to have a tattoo of a swastika on his shoulder?
He probably does.
And you would still vote for him?
I mean, I got friends that have swastikas on their arms, so, I mean, and they're cool.
You know, you guys sit in a position of privilege, in a position of whiteness, where you can say that because it was always great for you. Absolutely.
Excuse
but it wasn't.
me, I'm sorry, you don't get to speak for me. I'm Hispanic, so you don't.
I'm talking from my experience.
You just pointed to all of us
but
and called us white.
But you pass as white.
My mother was adopted out of Guatemala, and she was an immigrant.
You sit from a.
But you pass as white. Are you, yo, I always wanted to do a Jubilee React video because holy shit, they be just getting it wrong. Like, you don't get to speak for me. My mother was adopted. Like, I was adopted from my mom in Guatemala. They picked her. Like, you still pass as a white person who sides with conservatives. They don't look at you as a I didn't know you were Hispanic till you opened your mouth. And that's just in this small-ass clip that I feel like I've watched already. Oh, I'm so mad I'm clicking away from the goddamn screen.
Do not
Then
get
it's
to
not
point
directed
to
to you.
I will not sit here and be pointed at and told that I am sitting in a position of white privilege.
This isn't about.
What about living in Europe makes you uniquely qualified to say that immigration doesn't work?
I was married to an Islamic man.
And
I've been suffering for 8 years trying to divorce him as he gets with other women and makes more children and doesn't pay.
Other side's agenda has caused my life harm.
Stop it, 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 and stream, and everything, and life, and God. Oh my God, did she really just say that through my hat? I'm not going back to get that hat, and I'm not going to wear my other hat. Oh my God, you are educational.
And told.
I gotta go back to that one.
And I've been suffering for 8 years trying to divorce him as he gets with other women and makes more children and doesn't pay.
Other side's agenda has caused my life harm.
What does that have to do with immigration? You married what? Yo, son.
If it was the first time Obama was elected or the second time, but I do remember I was in middle school and a girl came up, got into my face, and was like, "You're gonna cry because your president wasn't elected." I felt very attacked and very unsafe in that moment.
You know what? So what if he... He wants to grab pussy. I want to grab pussy.
That's a no.
I wish I could grab as much pussy as he has. Grab it while you can, Trump.
What is it?
The pussy! Yeah, grab it all while you can. Except that
With a woman right next to him, and she's just, yeah, sexual assault is great. Rape is awesome. Hey, guys, if you're watching this and you agree with it, you think rape is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, grab him by the pussy. I love that. It is a damn shame that in this universe, in this world, in this country, that I am worried about my political endeavors, knowing damn well I would never say anything like that, and that would be a negative. Oh my God.
can't talk like that in front of my daughter.
You just did. These things you say.
They still had better lives here than they did back in Africa.
As slaves, they had better lives here.
There are some that would argue that. You can look that up. Their descendants, the descendants of those slaves, have much better lives here than the descendants of people who would have never gotten on those slave boats in Africa. And that's...
Have you been to Africa, bro? No.
A provable fact, you know, because we have given them all those freedoms.
It kind of just works together because there's a lot of...
We gave them the freedom. Oh my God, the freedoms that you took. Bro.
Controversy about Trump, and there's a lot of controversy about the flag.
I've yet to meet a racist Republican where I live or with the people I work with the party, or a homophobic Republican.
What are the worst things about Democrats?
Well, they just believe in all the wrong things.
Like?
Well, you know, you can marry anybody you want, and it doesn't matter if it's another man or another woman or anything, and that's just against God's words.
Again, got to get rid of religion. I'm sorry. I know that's going to piss a lot of people off, but yo, long term, 10,000 years from now, I'm not believing in a scripture written from like whoever, whenever, rewritten no.
You know, and
not a religion that promotes that. Like, I really don't think Buddhism cares about that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I will do that research off stream. I could be wrong about that, but I'm almost guaranteed sure I'm not.
Soon, I think they'll be there. I know I have so many friends that love their dogs, and I think pretty soon they're going to be trying to marry their dogs.
White people are going to do that.
One man's sexual assault is another man's flirtation.
Another man's sexual assault is another man's flirtation. In front of, like, they be saying this shit in front of their daughters, and I guarantee you, they either believe in shotgun weddings or getting revenge if their daughter gets assaulted. No way, son. No way.